Good morning. It is 8:14 a.m. on Thursday, March 11th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I've been up a little bit. This is 5 more minutes. So it was a little stuffy in here, so I decided to open the windows since it's not too cold out, but I hope that the traffic noise isn't too loud. Probably it's not coming across too much on this microphone because it's a dynamic microphone, but you might hear it a little bit. Um, I'll re-listen to this afterwards, and if it's like awful, then I'll change it. But it's probably fine. I'm actually. It just feels really loud to me right now because I don't usually have the windows open. um, I got to have a food fight in D&D last night. I also have a little hair in my mouth. Mm. Anyway, yeah, food fight in D&D last night, and it was all as part of some role play. I have a character who is pretty sophisticated in a lot of ways, but also a little bit immature. They're a you know youngish elf, and with a propensity towards big feelings, and they had previously an encounter with a friend where that friend was in the middle of something important and was kind of brushed Avaloki off, because it was like, I'm in the middle of a secret meeting. Please don't come over here and talk to me. But I got a natural one on my insight check at that time, and so it was like, no, yeah. And so it has gradually turned into a whole thing where Avaloki's feeling, the character's name is, his feelings very hurt about, like, and everything. And it turned into, it sort of became a whole thing, and got to have a cathartic food fight last night to resolve it. And it's pretty good. Pretty good. Um, so yeah, that was fun. And then also I have been playing more Hollow Knight, and I feel like I keep discovering that there's more and more to that game. It keeps unfolding like, shoot, what is one of those little origami things? I don't know. Well, I guess it's just that I keep sort of feeling generally like, haven't I seen most everything? And then I discover a whole new area or whatever, and it's pretty good. But it's still very difficult. It's like it's a very challenging game from a platforming standpoint. Not easy at all, but very cool. And so, got those two things going on. I recently discovered, and I'm only a little bit into, a TV show called The Terror, where I think there's 2 seasons now, and I think the 2 seasons are anthology, so I'm not sure. I think it might be two different stories, but at least the first season, which I've only watched a couple of episodes of, is about two ships during the 1800s that are looking for a northwest passage through the Arctic Circle, like in the north, and they're trying to find a way through. They're mapping all the land up there, but they get trapped in the ice, and it's just very cool because it's very much like that movie Master and Commander, that sort of vibe, except that it's also kind of spooky, right? It's a little bit like you know mixes it with Ghost Story a little bit, and I'm not sure how supernatural it actually gets, because we definitely saw a ghost, but it was also very much the hallucination of a man who is dying in that moment. But and then also we had someone get killed, but it's like, was it just a bear? Because they think it's a bear, but they didn't. We don't really see it very well, um, and just various things are given like weight and meaning in context. Like the way they shoot it is just kind of like, oh, isn't this spooky? So what else is going to happen? I don't know. Because it's fictionalized. In fact, actually, I don't know that this is true at all. I was going to say um, it's based on a real story of these two ships that got lost. Except I actually don't know that that's true. I could look that up, I suppose. But in any event, the framing device of the show is that there were these two ships that got lost and nobody ever heard from them again. So what happened to them? And the show is like, oh well, I guess we'll find out. But technically, I feel like I don't I don't know if that's actually true. It might just all be fictional for all I know. But I like it. So goodness, you can tell how excited I am. Anyway, I will leave it there and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.